He's the kind of actor who doesn't just play a role, he disappears into it. One moment he's a calm, thoughtful cowboy in 1923, the next, he's a soldier in a war film, or a tortured artist on the edge of breaking. You might not know his name right away, but once you've seen Brandon Sklenar on screen, you don't forget him. And now, he's stepping into something bigger, a lead role in a brand new project from the one and only Taylor Sheridan, the man behind Yellowstone. Just chose Sklenar to carry a story, and fans are already buzzing. But before we look ahead, let's take a step back and see how Brandon got here. Brandon Sklenar isn't your typical Hollywood name. He didn't rise through the Disney Channel or explode on social media. His path has been quieter, but every step he's taken has led him towards something powerful. Born in New Jersey, Sklenar didn't always plan to act. In fact, his early life was pretty normal, far from the glitz and cameras of Los Angeles. But something drew him to storytelling, and over time, his quiet intensity, strong screen presence, and ability to go deep into a character caught the attention of casting directors. His big break came with Midway in 2019, a war film packed with action and real emotion. But even in a movie filled with explosions and star power, Brandon stood out. He wasn't loud or flashy. He was real. You believed every look in his eyes. That's when people started noticing him, the way he could say more in silence than others could in a page of dialogue. Then came Mapplethorpe, where he played Edward Mapplethorpe, brother to the famous photographer. It was a smaller film, but again Brandon gave a performance full of raw feeling. He didn't just speak his lines, he lived them. And that, right there, is what separates an actor from a star. But the role that truly put him on the map was Spencer Dutton in 1923. As part of the Yellowstone universe, this was a big moment. The show had a built-in fan base, and expectations were sky high. But Brandon didn't just meet those expectations, he crushed them. His character, a haunted and heroic man shaped by war and distance, became one of the emotional centers of the series. People fell in love with Spencer Dutton, but what they were really seeing was Brandon Sklenar at his absolute best. In every scene, he showed heart, danger, vulnerability, and strength. Whether facing a lion in the African wild or writing love letters home, Sklenar proved he could do it all. And now, after such a breakout role, it makes perfect sense that Taylor Sheridan, a creator known for picking the right people, would bring Brandon into a new story. Great. Let's move into section 2, the Sheridan universe, and we'll start it with a strong, unique hook to immediately draw in your audience. Every time Taylor Sheridan writes something, it feels like the land itself starts speaking. Dust kicks up, horses charge, and somewhere in the silence, a character stares into the distance, wounded, dangerous, and unforgettable. That's Sheridan's world. And when he casts someone, he doesn't just pick actors, he chooses warriors, survivors, souls you can't stop watching. That's why Brandon Sklenar joining his next project has fans losing their minds. Because in the Sheridan universe, every character matters, and every actor has to earn their place. Taylor Sheridan didn't start as a big-time producer or screenwriter. He was an actor, a working-class guy trying to make it in a tough business. But everything changed when he decided to write stories the way he felt them. No fluff, no fake drama, just truth, grit, and emotion. That's how Sicario happened. Then came Hell or High Water, Wind River, and suddenly people knew this guy doesn't miss. But it was Yellowstone that turned him into a household name. The story of the Dutton family fighting to protect their land in modern-day Montana hit a nerve with millions. And it didn't stop there. He expanded the world with 1883 and 1923, giving us a full timeline of American survival through war, love, betrayal, and blood. What makes Sheridan's work different isn't just the landscapes or the cowboy hats. It's the way his characters carry pain. They're never perfect. They're broken, proud, stubborn, and real. Whether it's Kevin Costner's powerful silence in Yellowstone or Isabel May's heartbreaking journey in 1883, Sheridan writes, "People we feel, not just watch," and he has a talent for discovering actors who rise to the challenge. Many careers have exploded in his universe. Think of Cole Hauser's transformation into Rip Wheeler, or Tim McGraw showing unexpected depth as James Dutton. That's why Brandon Sklenar's involvement in a brand new Sheridan series isn't just another role. It's a test, a spotlight, a challenge to carry a story in a world that demands authenticity. So what kind of story is coming next? We don't know yet. Sheridan's team is keeping it quiet, as always. But one thing is clear. If he handpicked Sklenar, there's a reason. And if you've seen 1923, you already know Brandon's ready. Let me know when you want to move. On to Section 3, the big announcement, or if you'd like this one revised in any way. Asterisk, absolutely, let's make Section 3. The big announcements start with a bold, cinematic hook that feels like a turning point in the story. Here's a unique take to keep your faceless video audience glued. Asterisk, asterisk, sometimes the silence before a storm is louder than thunder. No press tour, no trailers. Just a quiet leak, a casting notice, and the name Brandon Sklenar beside a title no one saw coming, a new Taylor Sheridan project. That was all it took. In one headline, the internet lit up. The fans hyped, the industry watching closely. Because when Taylor Sheridan makes a move, it's not just TV, it's an event. And now Brandon Sklenar is right at the center of it. Asterisk, the news broke quietly, the kind of reveal that hits like a whisper, but echoes like a gunshot. A new Taylor Sheridan project is in development, and leading it, Brandon Sklenar. No one saw it coming, but everyone agrees. It makes perfect sense. Asterisk, details are still under wraps. No full plot, no trailer, just one image, maybe a logo, a rumored title, a name on the call sheet. But that's all Sheridan ever gives us at first. He builds mystery like a chess master. He lets the fans talk, theorize, wonder, and when the story finally hits screens, it always lands like a punch to the gut. Asterisk, what we do know is that this won't be just another Western. Early reports suggest this new series will be Sheridan's darkest and most intense, possibly leaning into modern themes with a character-driven plot full of internal conflict. Some insiders say it's a wartime thriller. Others think it's set in a lawless stretch of America that hasn't been shown on TV before. But here's the truth. If Brandon Sklenar was picked to lead, you can bet the story is going to dig deep into the soul of one very complicated man. Asterisk, it's rare too. See a young actor step into a role like this without years of headline-grabbing fame. But that's Sheridan's style. He bets on strength, not popularity. When he picked Sklenar, it wasn't for buzz. It was because Brandon brings something grounded, something raw. Just like Spencer Dutton, this next character might be carrying a heavy past, a violent present, and a future that's anything but certain. Asterisk and fans. They're ready. Social media's already lit with theories, fan art, speculation threads. What's it called? Who else is cast? Will this connect to the Yellowstone timeline? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing is clear. Brandon Sklenar just stepped into something big, and whatever it is, the world's about to find out. Asterisk ready for Section 4, fan anticipation and social buzz. If turn up the energy and excitement, let me know. Asterisk. Absolutely, let's kick off Section 4, fan anticipation and social buzz with a punchy, emotionally resonant hook that captures the fan energy and the cultural moment. This section should feel alive, like the internet is breathing excitement. Before a single frame is shot, before a trailer drops or a poster hits a wall, the fans already know. They feel it coming like thunder rolling in over open land. The buzz starts slow, a tweet here, a rumor there. And then it explodes. Brandon Sklenar, Taylor Sheridan. A new story on the way. That's all it took. Now timelines are flooding. Fan pages are firing up, and the hype machine, it's already in overdrive. The moment Brandon's name was linked to Sheridan's next project, fan communities lit up. It didn't take marketing, no flashy campaign. Just a few trusted sources, confirming the casting, and suddenly, it was everywhere. People who watched 1923 are already calling this his next big chapter. Twitter, X threads, Reddit theories, TikTok edits, all spinning the same core idea. Brandon Sklenar earned this shot. And fans are here for it. You scroll through the comments and see the same words pop up. Perfect casting. Underrated actor finally getting his due. Taylor knows what he's doing. That last one. That's key, because if there's one thing Sheridan fans trust, it's his vision. He doesn't chase trends. He builds worlds people want to live in or escape from. And now he's building another one. With Brandon front and center. Fan art has already started making the rounds. Stylized posters, character mock-ups, dream cast lists. Some are hoping for a gritty military drama. Others want a neo-western, something modern and brutal, like Sicario meets Yellowstone. A few are convinced this might be a prequel or spinoff, something that connects deeper into the Sheridan-verse. No matter the guess, the energy is the same. People can't wait. YouTube reaction videos are popping up even without a trailer. That's how big the anticipation is. Comment sections are full of lines like, "Mark my words, this is going to be huge," and "Sklenar was the best part of 1923. And this is his breakout." And honestly, they might be right. You don't get chosen by Taylor Sheridan unless you've got something electric. Something fans feel even before they see it. And it's not just die-hard Yellowstone fans. New viewers, drawn by Sklenar's quiet intensity and Sheridan's storytelling legacy, are ready to tune in. People who never watched 1883 or Mayor of Kingstown are already saying, "This is the one I'm starting with." That's the power of buzz. That's what happens when talent meets timing. This is where we bring the story full circle, build excitement, and leave your viewers eager for more. No teaser, no footage, no script leaks. But somehow, everyone's already seeing it in their heads. Dust rising, silence breaking. A man with something to prove, walking into a world built by Taylor Sheridan. What should we expect? Simple. Something? Bold, brutal, and unforgettable. Because when Sheridan writes, he doesn't create shows. He creates storms, and Brandon Sklenar is about to be the one walking straight into it. Right now, everything about the new project is locked down, as if Sheridan's writing it in some hidden room where no light gets in. But if we've learned anything from his past work, we can make a few educated guesses. 1. It won't be soft. 2. It won't be simple. And 3. The lead character, Sklenar's role, will likely be torn into. Sheridan doesn't write perfect heroes, he writes wounded ones. Men carrying guilt, rage, duty, and sometimes love they don't know how to show. If Brandon's stepping into the lead, expect a character with weight, someone shaped by violence, holding secrets, maybe even haunted by his own past. Think Spencer Dutton ... but darker, or more dangerous. Or maybe just more lost. Some rumors suggest this series may blend elements of a modern crime thriller with themes of war, trauma, and identity, something closer to Mayor of Kingstown or Tulsa King, but with a personal journey at its heart. If true, that would give Sklenar the chance to show a different side of himself, more sharp-edged, more unpredictable, maybe even more explosive. We can also expect that signature Sheridan. Rhythm, slow burns, emotional punches, and a world that's beautiful but deadly. Wide landscapes, tight dialogue, moments of silence that say more than any speech ever could. And with Sklenar in the center, expect something magnetic. Sheridan knows how to draw performances out of actors. He makes them bleed for the role, and in return, gives them the platform of a lifetime. This could be Brandon Sklenar's defining moment, his breakout beyond the breakout, and fans know it. That's why they're not just watching, they're waiting. waiting for the trailer for the release date. For that first quiet shot, where he steps into frame and we all know this is the one. Because sometimes you don't need full details to feel the storm coming. All it takes is a name, Taylor Sheridan, a lead, Brandon Sklenar, and a promise that something great is just over the horizon.